be honest. Alright, so Slankington is subs Tarek, as Tarek was not able to make it.
You know, I was going to say something really stupid. I was like, I've looked at the mSpaz logo a number of times because I was like, why is it that shape? It's a weird shape. And I just realized, I was like, oh, it's the shape of a mouse.
Oh, God.
And then I saw the chord on FNS's logo, and I was like, wait a minute, it is a mouse.
I'm glad that you you went through that, not me.
It must be horrible to be a viewer when I'm casting. Holy crap.
All right, well, let's see what the game, what story the game can bring us here between MouzSpaz and LunatiK. First match here for the G2A.com Cup for North America, powered by FACEIT. And we are on color to begin with, as MouzSpaz are, of course, starting off on the CT side, which is definitely preferable here on Cash. And already we're going to see just a bit of shenanigans over by the boost. As LunatiK try to get some sneaky shots in. A dink might be nice. And MouzSpaz are playing very defensively, though. 2 committed onto the site and pretty much given up middle altogether.
We have someone... Oh, he's by the door. I was going to say he's poking into the A site, but he isn't just yet. Relics OG, wow. OG Relics. Anyway, the T-push is coming onto the site now. Cutler's going to try and hold. Let's take down Relics' face. He wants to get the trade frag. CT's coming in thick and fast now, and only going to drop 1 player, so that's going to be 4 guys with armor going into the next round. And again, those who haven't been touched will get a cheap upgrade to a helmet for $350.
I love that feeling when no one touches you, and it's like, just, yeah, $350, and I got my helmets.
Do you know what feeling I love?
What's that?
Thai massage, baby.
All right, well, that could have gone many other ways as well, but...
It depends if you're a pervert or not.
Anyway, we do have, of course, there's no bomb plant, of course, for LunatiK, so a bit of economic turmoil, but you know, just sticking to a pretty light buy with those P250s all around, and a single flash on Sempy there to really just get them out into middle. And here we go, MouzSpaz with a pretty nice hold with Cutler and PTR over by the coils and short. And that's going to allow them to easily cut down those players if they are to try to push up short. They know that they have middle right now. Just waiting for them to make the move and just try to react instead. So far, so good for MouzSpaz as they wait patiently, and LunatiK are about ready to make their move.
He's got 2 CTs on each side for the time being. PCR holding it down, so it's going to be a hard push here for the team. Don't see a bomb plant coming in, only Glorian does remain. And that's going to be an easy cleanup. Cutler surviving with 2 HP. So saving a lot of money there with those 2 digits of life, definitely. But the Nova still on haze for the time being. We'll take it to 1 more round where he will probably upgrade. Curious to see if the other CTs will choose to upgrade their FAMASs should they survive, or if they will hold on to them for the time being.
I definitely like the idea of holding on to them as long as possible. You can do a lot with the FAMASs, and it's so cost efficient. If they bring it to the AK against the AKs that come up, and then they manage to win that, and they pick up the AKs, oh my god, that's a lot of money and just saved. It can be game-changing. Look at this though. Hayes is going to try to get himself close behind that smoke. Element of surprise, trying to get that the money worth out of that Nova. And looks like they are seeing the assault. And in they come, Slankington. Great work with the FAMAS. That's 2. Valence able to pick up 2 himself though, and they will bust into the site, but look at this rotation, so quick. Another quick frag from Valence though onto FNS, and it is a 2-on-2, and things not looking so bad all of a sudden for LunatiK, but they still need to get the bomb down on the site, and Slempy needs to make his way over there, but he's worried about all these angles. One in the vents, and one who was recently spotted towards Heaven. So not an easy situation here for LunatiK. As PTR slowly checks the angles, just waiting for them. There's a great pick off there from Valence defensively, as the bomb will go down. LunatiK using the time very well so far. It's all on Cutler now with the FAMAS. His positions aren't too bad here for LunatiK, as they're going to make a peek, and that's it. Cutler picks up the first kill, but there is the trade. Wonderful save from LunatiK.
Great play there by Valence. You saw he went close and aggressive with the P250 because obviously if he tries to play from range, then he is at a disadvantage. If he plays up nice and close personal, then one headshot with the P250 will be superior to one headshot from the M4. Actually, that's if they both have armor. He didn't have armor, but it still, it still proves
Still Fowler
for his. No, well, I mean, he still needs to get close to the P250 for the one shot. So.
balling out of control.
Indeed. So we've got the Force here from the CTs. We've got Sanktington with no helmet, PTR with no armor whatsoever. He's butt naked with the AWP. FNS just with the CZ, which is some situation superior to the M4.
So Nate coming over there from the boost, and mSpaz still trying to work out exactly how to position themselves. They do have a bit of a spot on middle, but LunatiK haven't really given up anything just yet. mSpaz not looking for the information too proactively, just content to sit on the sites for now, as they do wait for LunatiK to go for something. Valen's already pushed himself into vents. That's a great position here. 2 players on the site though for mSpaz. You know, Valen's might just get the pick off, and he will. Although
it's important to note that Hayes hasn't moved here, and why. And a lot of people I don't think will understand it. It's because he will come back to the edge. They're attacking on the A-bomb site now after Valen's putting in work towards B. mSpaz seem to be holding well for the moment. PCR and Cutler putting in work and taking out 2 of the T's. ReLeX will take down PCR and Valen's taking down Cutler, so that's going to be the bomb site open. Plant will go down here from Dumore. It's going to be Hayes versus 3 now, although there are 2 terrorists with very, very low HP.
He's going to try to make his way in though. They're deep, quite low, but there it is. ReLeX with the AWP shot, going to bring him down. And it's a 2-2 scoreline, and the economy now is really hurting for mSpaz. Going to be forced out the eco.
Going back to the, sorry to interrupt you, DDK. Going back to the B-bomb site quickly, the reason Hayes didn't move while his teammate was getting shot is because, well, A, if his teammate doesn't die, he can use the fact his teammate's position is exposed to get a kill on the terrorist if he goes onto the site to try and kill him, for one. And B, obviously, he can get a trade kill depending on the position of the T. So if he exposes his position from where he was standing, they could both potentially be sprayed down by the opposing force. So that was why he was just standing there admiring the paint on the walls.
Yeah, and to a large extent as well, I think LunatiK, by getting Valens in there, are really able to punish a very, very defensive setup. It's a setup that's, I mean, giving up middle, you give up a lot of information. That's kind of what happens then. So you rely on basically when that situation comes where they do push you, that you have a good setup to just make the kills basically, and you're going to be up against a lot of nades and so on. So Valens getting that deep into vents, getting the one-on-one, very, very good result. And right now we're just seeing mSpaz trying to get just what they can with this. Not all that much to find. A couple of PD50s and 5-7 in action, but with no armor really, it's hard to hope for much. And LunatiK just having their way with him at the moment. And one thing I'd like to see from mSpaz on the gun rounds is it's great to mix in the setups. I would love to see them how they play with a more offensive setup on middle. Something we see teams like Vets produce so well with that really solid control of the vent room, and using that as kind of a pivotal point to control middle and support middle. But PTR actually going to steal away an AK. It's a good result for mSpaz. Some small consolation there.
There was a period of time when Cash became more popular in CSGO, and we saw it a lot more regularly than previously, where the CTs just absolutely dominated the Ts in almost every single match. So LunatiK definitely with some momentum here. They're going to go up around, and they're going to have the CTs on a bare bones economy. So if this continues in their way, then mSpaz may be in trouble in the second half of this match. But they are on a bare bones buy, so they will be depleting their stores of money. As you can see, only PTR with a bit, but again, we've got a distinct lack of helmets on the CT side, but they are going to be up against AWP and AKs, so it's not really going to matter.
Yeah, it's really, really, really key to go for that, especially considering like just the 2900 on the M4 is obviously going to make you able to buy and actually be able to afford nades. So it's really, really key.
Quite interestingly though, I think it was a Titan player, I want to say Existence, in an interview who said that not buying helmets was a sign of a team being. I don't want to say it was disorganized. That would be a misquote because I can't quite remember what he said. But it was something negative to their strategy, basically.
Well, I guess it's well, hold that thought. We're gonna have a bit of a push on middle right now, and here comes the delay push up the boost. PTR with a great kill onto do more. A bit flash there, not able to respond, and he's actually gonna quell that push. I mean, they didn't even really do anything. They didn't have a second player up for a quick trade, so MouzSpaz are gonna be holding on to this. Cutler picking off one more, and Slempy and MouzSpaz, no problems at all holding this down against this. Against the T's coming out in dribs and drabs at the moment. One by one, they walk into the grinder. And Relix is going to try his best now with the AWP, and this is going to be awkward. Got a player close to the right, and there's the timely peek from PTR. Maybe Peter. He's going to get the round.
Yeah, I don't see how he was going to save that AWP, and it may have been a consideration to try and dispose of it somewhere where the CTs couldn't get to it, because he has in effect given them a free AWP. I mean, it's either try and hide somewhere like the room just before you go to door from T spawn on A, or throw away the AWP. It might be needed. Especially when the CT economy is so broken. Like maybe he tried to do some damage, but in the end, like if he goes up against more than one opponent, he's probably giving them an AWP.
And just looking at the setup right now, we do have a bit more of a passive setup again from MouzSpaz. They have actually successfully switched up their setup every single time we've seen so far. Now a bit of mid presence, kind of defensive on B. In LunatiK go though to try to test this defense, or perhaps a little bit.
Seems that smoke may have slowed them down just a little bit. Maybe they're waiting for the counter nades to come in from the CT here.
But they have taken over vents, and they don't have to commit themselves now. Just having the vents. Oh, that's a nice peek there from PTR, taking down one. Cutler climbing in as well. They're holding onto the side well right now, and there's almost nothing LunatiK can do at this point, it would seem, to bring themselves back in onto this site. Hayes taking one down, and there it is. Good defense on that B bomb site. The nades, as James pointed out, slowing them down just enough, and they caught a whiff of it, got the rotation in. It's a very nice hold.
Wow, move over JDM. PTR on 12 kills with 2 deaths right now. He is annihilating for his team. He's keeping them in this game, because if you look at the kill board quickly, you can see there's a bunch of other players on his team who are on 3 kills, 2 kills. It's really him and Cutler putting in work here, keeping MouzSpaz somehow 1 round ahead. 2
smokes and 2 flashes though. That is a smoke on Toxic, one on the site, and they can get themselves pop flashed into vent. This should be relatively effective in theory, but there's 3 players here for MouzSpaz ready and awaiting for this push to just come in, and LunatiK are gonna need a very coordinated effort here. Something more than we've seen so far. And the grenades go. BTR very good with the first shot. Not faltering. There is one miss, but no result there. Cutler on 3 HP, but that's as close as they got to a frag. That's another round for MouzSpaz there, and LunatiK got to go back to the drawing board, but they've got 3 on the board already and early on, so can't be feeling too shabby.
I think there's I feel like there's an eco push you can do with smokes on the A sites that I don't think I've really seen from almost any team. But I'll come back to that later, as we're seeing a fast push here into mid from the T's. Not working out great so far as PTR, again, just killing everything he sees. He's like that robot from Robocop. And down goes another one, Glorin's falling. Finesse will get the trade frag as Valens comes in arse first to the A bomb site. Nice pick there from Slempy in mid. We'll have a rotation now from the CTs as they try and retake control of this area.
On 1 HP, this is very doomed indeed. He's even flashed. MouzSpaz handling that very well. Of course, LunatiK just kind of bulldogging their way into middle, and it was interesting once again because we're not seeing the best synchronization on their push. There's ways to like get 2 guys up on the boost kind of simultaneously, and there's ways to like put smokes in front and stuff. And one of the reasons why a lot of teams have started to delay their mid pushes as well in Europe that we've seen is instead of just going for it like that, is because the CTs can always get an early setup there anyway. So by going there quickly, you don't really change anything. You don't beat them to the punch or anything like that. So by going delayed, you're actually able to wait for their wait for their pre-nade separation to go away, and you can synchronize better. So that's why we're seeing a lot of delayed pushes. Then a bit of a shooting gallery on mid again, as they do just charge their way in. mSpaz looking pretty good so far.
Indeed, they are starting to retake control of this match and build their economy as well. Just press, well actually wait to press tab because next round will show their money. Here we go. You can see they've almost maxing out now all of a sudden on the CT side. And again, if you look at that point where they got the free AWP, and you look at the trade, if he gets a kill with the AWP, he's costing the CTs at that point about 4,500. The gun itself is 4750, so there's not much in it. But anyway. mSpaz now, all of a sudden, they were 3-2 down, now it's 7-3, so they are just not having any more of this. Only FNS with the helmet now, and Relic's down to 14 HP through the door.
Here we go, we're setting up for that A push. And mSpaz, again, they've got 4 players nearby, so this is going to be very hard for LunatiK to break their way in. So nice nade onto Cutler, but so far, LunatiK a lot of attention on mSpaz. One man alone on B, and the rest all pretty much on the A bomb site. Playing with them right now. Cutler to make an early pickoff. There's a second. Relix goes down, and what are they going to do? The rest of them are just sitting in main. There's a nice kill onto Cutler, finally silencing him, but still, they're a bit stuck in the mud at the moment, unable to progress onto that site, and mSpaz have figured it out.
If they smoke off that part of the site where Valens is at the moment, they can plant the bomb on the other side, on the left side of the red container, and then they don't necessarily have to take the whole site in order to plant the bomb, and they can defend it from that area. Just like when you smoke off the front of the B site on Inferno and then plant it on the steps, you don't have to take the site to get the bomb down.
Mob taking a kill up on short now, trying to wrap around. Good plan B here from LunatiK, making it work. It's a 2-on-1 now, and this is crazy how they've made this actually happen. PTR now alone with that AWP in the distance, going for those jumps just to spot. So far, not to find anything. Making his way in with the P250. There's one by the electric box, and that's the end of PTR. And that's a wonderful save. I mean, but mSpaz, were they a little bit too greedy on the peaks? It's an interesting situation.
Yeah, it looks like the round was theirs, but LunatiK managed to spin it around. mSpaz will still be able to get. They'll still be able to get a full buyout, and they have lots of money in the bank. LunatiK have got 4 rounds. They're doing well on the T side for the time being, and it still puts them in good stead on the CT side should they win the pistol.
So PTR with a great angle here, and a teammate nearby that is actually up into the vents. This is the setup that I love on Cash, because they got really fast, like good information gathering. Really fast response to B, really fast response to A, and obviously denying middle denies options from LunatiK. So mSpaz poised to a very, very quick defense with this. And Valens, once again, we saw the damage he can do now, pushing into the vent room. It's got a nice bit of a chunk of damage taken off out of Sankington. They do decide to try to push B. They already know that he's a little bit weak. mSpaz are switching up their positioning somewhat, as they are yet to really find out what's going on. One thing I haven't seen from them is, trying to pop flash each other into a main, take a main, almost like banana on CTs would take banana on Inferno, or the same to take B storage. Something that a lot of teams like to do. So far,
the push is coming into the B site right now. We've got 3 people starting to poke in, and that's going to be PTR getting the first frag of the AWP. PTR takes down Relics as well, and it looks like the bomb might get planted here, but PTR with the CZ may get a big frag. Indeed he does, and that's probably going to be the round here, unless Lawrence can take out both of these players. He only has 13 HP, not going to be easy. Time's going to run out. He does get the frag afterwards, but can he survive? He is outside the site, so he'll manage to live to fight another day, but his teammates will be on eco. Still doable though. We've seen Virtus Pro play with 1 AWP and 4 recos and win a round, so let's see if LunatiK can do the same.
Scar on FNS now though, so I have to see how that comes into play. And it looks like he's taking it towards A. Is obviously very effective pretty much anywhere on this map. But quad box is back here where he is definitely a favorite position of many players, especially considering how much smoke can dominate this area. This can be very, very effective at circumventing that play to kind of shut down snipers. And here it is, there's the peek, there it is, 2 shots, both connect, that's the frag. And in goes Glorians, the teammate even opening the door for him, but he is not to make the frag. LunatiK try to punch a hole in somewhere, but they can't quite find an entry. Oh, in the face. Good stuff there from FNS. Good map knowledge. And Glorians is pretty much alone.
It's interesting that an eco guy peaked A main rather than the AWP, because normally you want to keep the players alive for the retake, for the push, sorry, and the mayhem after you get the pick with the AWP. So the fact that the AWP was walking towards door and the T was speaking and basically had no offense to offer is interesting. It's going to be 9-4, 2 rounds remain here in the first half. So again, not a bad half from either side at the moment.
It feels like LunatiK are a bit afraid to go for their middle takes. I think the delayed middle take is something they should go for again. Looks like they're going to just go straight for the boost, 2 people straight up. So as I say that, they are very bold, going to try to make their way into some pressure here on middle. And they are smoked off it. I mean, you just have to get a smoke out and some flashes and you can move forwards. But again, MouzSpaz, a nice setup here. Bit of a crossfire even from Sandbags and White Box. Cutler picks away, but Glorians is the one that will get the frag with the Galil. And LunatiK very put off by that smoke there.
I feel like their push in mid could be stronger. Like they're not really offering much with the nades in that area. Again, we were speaking of a Dren earlier, but he does have a video on Cash where you basically get a smoke that smokes off half of the middle of site, and then you throw a flash that goes off in the smoke that they can't see if they're on the other side of it.
That's a strong way to counter their smoke that goes in. Just throw one in front of it, and then just run through with a flash, and you're good to go. But it does seem like LunatiK are picking up pieces slowly, but it's all on Relics now. He does make the frag onto BTR, and with 2 players left standing, open hand, he might just have a chance. 30 seconds left, the bomb needs to be recovered. One directly above him, there's the drop water reaction there from Relics, and now it's just Hayes left, 35 health, but the time is not with Relics at the moment. He's got to pick up the pace. There it is, just swapping out the AK-47. And oh my god, he's barely going to make it. He's got to sprint all the way to the site. No messing around.
He's in the vents. Yeah. Hayes has positioned himself to get pretty much a guaranteed frag. So a great position there. He did really good holding down the B-bomb site. He went very aggressive as well, pushed up, had some Ts go through the vents and managed to survive and eke out the round for his team in the end. So 10-4 to MouzSpaz into the final round of the first half.
He actually doubled his frags. He got a 4 kill there on 8 frags now, and it's PTR and FNS hogging all the frags, man.
PTR's on 22, and PTR's just messed up his smoke, but looks like a straight B train for LunatiK.
Here we go, Hayes with the M4, going to spray down 3 immediately. Valence does get the trade as they march their way in, but we have a player back at the side. It's going to be Sanctington, he's going to manage to find the frag, but there you go. PTR, man, he's not missing a beat with that AWP. And we do have ourselves an 11-4 scoreline. LunatiK, it kind of fell apart after the early stages. I think it felt like they were very afraid of middle after one or two just a couple of failed pushes, and I think what you said there, that they could be making it much stronger with a few simple additions to their play. I think that would have made all the difference there.
Yeah, I also feel like LunatiK were lacking in eco tactics. I don't think they really had any set plays for eco rounds. Like you see how strong eco rounds are, especially on this map from say LDLC from Titan. You can see they've got their set plays of the smokes on the A bomb site, for example, where they can get the bomb down. But there doesn't seem to be that kind of eco strength here from LunatiK. And again, I wanted to show people. I might make a video afterwards, but I think there are straps to get the bomb down on the other side of the red container, because obviously the red container's here, right, and then you've got the quad area here, and you've normally got one CT here, or maybe one there and there. But you can plant it on that side. If you smoke them off completely, you get a smoke on the side of the red container, which is where normally you bounce it off the kind of ammo crates and it goes in that direction so you don't get orbed from car, then you get a smoke around the forklift area. Then unless someone's in an elevated position, you can basically plant the bomb for free.
Yeah,
And
it's like the nuke thing where the one smoke on the barrel, like you kind of cut off the sight, and it's just like, well, what are they gonna do? They have to kind of guess. A lot of teams have been abusing that actually, that kind of strategy. We see that on Dust 2 on A very commonly for the short plant. Okay, we do have Tarek subbing back in for Sankington, and
one can only assume that he's topless right now.
And I mean, Sankington already doing great enough of a job on the B site, and of course mSpaz already with 11 rounds. So big pistol here for LunatiK. Pretty much seals defeat if they lose it. So better not miss those shots. And then mSpaz come with the test onto the A bomb site, and onto the back hit. That PC1000 does finally pick off one, but there's a lot left to be decided now. But there it is, very quick work from Valens, and LunatiK do pick up another round.
Indeed, you had a lot of nades there, but the push was a bit delayed afterwards, which gave, just by the amount of nades, it gave LunatiK a heads up as to what was going on, allowed them to get into slightly better positions before the push actually came from mSpaz. Obviously, you have to be paranoid about a push on one side and a plant on the other, but not something you generally see in professional games. That said, we have a four-man push with the bomb going towards the A site, but this is the eco round as opposed to the pistol round for both teams. So slightly different strats for the time being. So they're going to deny the CT's vision of the bomb for as long as possible to kind of keep them stretched out. Obviously, you don't want the CTs focusing in on you when you only have pistols.
He's fancying himself a few shots there up middle, but not to really find all that much. mSpaz just trying to do the damage they can. That's really the objective here. Get a few frags is what they want to achieve. Spike, and the Tech-9 is going to go down. Valens with the frag with a Nova. So a lot of money there for him. Let's pick up Goran, so they're trying to make their way into the A site. mSpaz getting slowed down somewhat, but they do make progress. They're up onto the bomb site. They can get the plant down. PTR there with that. Pistols might just be enough for these close ranges to actually really even just win this round outright here. LunatiK. Oh, okay, there it is. Stempy goes down straight away. Hayes with another one. And it's all on him now, but Relix is really weak. Out the P90. 5 health now. And the bomb is very exposed from main. Just as they planned. Relix, not with much to do, but he gets the headshot. Beautiful stuff there. And without the kit, he doesn't fancy it, and he's going to back away and live to fight another day.
He saves his armor as well, which is great. A little bit of money saved there. It does have a helmet as well, all-important helmet. So going to be mixed funds on the T side here. Going to see some Galil, some AKs, and not that many nades. So got 4 smokes though. We'll see how they choose to utilize them, if they're going to spend them early or go for a set play here.
Indeed, it's...
Wow, we've got the CTs completely ignoring mid for the time being. Going to put a 3 men on the B bomb site just in case there's a fast push. But there will be none here from MouzSpaz. And the rotation's going rather than to mid to the A bomb site. But I do believe they have a boost in the vents. That is going to be PTR taking down Glory. Bang there on Stempy as well.
They're doing a great job so far, just picking them off, and so far the LunatiK haven't really been able to respond all that much, and that's perfect for mSpaz. It's exactly how you want to play it. Just try to soften them up before you eventually hit the site. But Valens is dangerous with that P250. Always catches one in the side. That's it though. Only one there to be found. mSpaz going to make their way in now, and there's not much to stop them. These AK-7s ravaging the site as mSpaz are ready to get that bomb down. And Relix, having saved that FAMAS last round, is looking to do some damage. Catwalk now, and could certainly find himself a couple of frags. He's trying to make position unknown for the time being, and finally going to fall back with that FAMAS. And there it is, there's the challenge up mid. Hayes finds the frag onto Relix, and Dumore is left with not much more than, well,
can do more.
His PT50 cartel.
See what I did there?
No.
So, LunatiK in bad shape at the moment, and again, they can't afford a hell of a loss right now. So, we're quite likely to see mSpaz at 14-5 here.
This should actually have mSpaz in a position where they can really just have very dominant showings on middle and just completely take that away, because there's just no response for that. If there's no AWPs or enough money for grenades, there shouldn't really be much that the CTs can do against a well synchronized and coordinated push on middle. And then once you have middle, you can do anything, and they can't know in time, and it's just very awkward. So it's starting to get into really dangerous territory where LunatiK won't really be able to exert themselves onto the game enough to basically counterbalance the advantages that mSpaz will have on the money.
We have double Deagle here, and I wonder if they're going to play them together in the same way you'd play a scout. I think it would make sense, but in fact, they are going to split up, one on A site, one on B sites. And again, mSpaz just being very tentative here. They're looking for CT stacks, don't want to get caught short, and allow the CTs to get back into this game. So you can see being very paranoid there, using the mollies to confirm there's no one hiding around corners with a CZ, which will hopefully be patched on Wednesday, but you know, fingers crossed, might take a bit longer than that. Color is going to clear the A site unbeknownst to him. Probably going to see a still somewhat slow push here from mSpaz again. Well, that said, they've only got 20 seconds left, so they're going to have to go fast.
Just the pistols now. Going to need some magic. That special nip magic that we saw in DreamHack, or at least James heard but didn't see. And LunatiK, here they come. Horribly flashed, horribly blind, and FNS easy pickings for him. LunatiK not with much hope left in this round either. They do well to get some frags if they possibly could find even a good engagement. Unlikely. One kill, and that's going to be it there for them, as mSpaz find themselves at 14th round.
Good bit of positioning at the end there from Valens. Gets a trade frag for his teammate, avenges his death, and then goes down soon after. But that is a good bit of economic damage there. You can see mSpaz not with a hell of a lot of money. Well, we've got two players on around 2,000, and the rest on about 6. So they'll be alright for a while. And this is LunatiK's time to get back into this match. They must get it back into it now. This is the last chance to lead for them. They're going to set fire to the boost spot, which will slow down the take of mid. And again, mSpaz just going to go a little bit slow, slowly edge their way towards each bomb site. Dumore going to be in the vents early and take out Cutler.
So Cutler just a very ballsy push there into vents, and no support, and that's a risk that won't go unpunished here, and that's going to give a very early advantage to LunatiK. We do have Slempy over by the sandbags. Pretty much, yeah, he's alone really, and a very defensive hold on the B-bomb site, and we do have a fairly aggressive position for LunatiK on the A site, but they have yet to really delve into A main or B storage, so they don't quite know what's going on, and hazed this potential one-on-one versus the player on sandbags. It's going to be very key for mSpaz to take control of middle. And he goes. Okay, that's what to be around. He's going to get caught by Slempy finally. And there you go, Slempy now. Going to want to get flashed out of that position perhaps now that he's been exposed. But 3 players left for mSpaz and 20 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be another round for LunatiK. It's like Tarek is in a position to get the bomb down though. As I almost close out the hopes for mSpaz. Very wrongly so. That pace really picking up on that B site. And now Peter in a very good situation at the back. But they've got players all over the place now. They're going to be crawling into the site from all angles at once. In they come. Tarek with 1 frag before he gets taken out. Peter going to get taken down as well. And it will indeed be the round for LunatiK. Very nice coordination there. All came in at once from all angles. That's how you want to do it.
Yeah, the peek on the through the smoke was excellent as well. The way he came out while his teammate was peeking from checkers, that was really, really well done. Great timing and teamwork there from LunatiK, and they get a free AWP. It's their turn to get it now, and we will see what they can do with it. They've got a full buy coming out for the team. That's a vanilla butterfly knife. I think we gave one of those away once. Maybe it's the same one.
And this is nice now. I like this from Slempy, looking in towards A main. They can even actually try to put a smoke there actually and hold it with a rifler, and then just not have to worry about A main anymore. Because it's hard to push A if you don't have anybody in A main, and it looks like mSpaz are content to take middle. This is a great start here in the round for them, removing LunatiK's presence from middle. Now LunatiK have to play the guessing game. What are mSpaz up to?
It's interesting though, despite cancelling out the idea of someone being in A, they had 3 people for A main, they had 3 people on the A bomb site, and they just walked up mid, so the CTs are going to be in trouble here.
Oh, Valens with 2 lining up, and now FNS and Cutler, it's all left on them, but FNS doesn't know where to look, and Cutler's just too alone to really do much. And LunatiK pick up another round, so they're starting to get the money rolling.
That was crazy, because they, I mean, again, they found out that nobody was in A main, yet they kept 3 people loitering around the A bomb site. They completely lost mid, and ended up getting a 2-pronged attack on A, and yet won the round without losing a single player. That's just bizarre. I don't know what to say.
Well, I hope to see some Juan Deeks now. We've got 3 Deeks in play from mSpaz. They're going to make their way slowly now into the A side of things. Sorry, the B side of things. But look at this, LunatiK all over the place, and this is why these positions are so strong. FNS already looking for the shot, and there it is, gonna find it. Easy frag right there, gets boosted immediately. Very nice response, and look at this, FNS. Oh, there it is, finds the frag, will do more. Big stuff, throws the gun down to a teammate. They've got the site under control at the moment, but still the pistols and lack of armor. It's a lot to contend with. All that nade. Tarek able to survive it though. One of the few players with armor, well, the only player with armor remaining for mSpaz. As LunatiK trying to make this work. 3 players in now. It's good frags. Great shots there from Tarek. 2 players down, and it's all on Valens once again. Moving in with the AK, doesn't know he's being shot from. He's over a headshot. Valens had no idea. Peter gets the headshot onto him, and 15-7. mSpaz 1 away from clinching map number 1 against LunatiK.
LunatiK still able to buy, however. We've got the FAMAS coming out for Slempy, relics of the silenced M4. Only do more with the M4A4 in this particular round. I think there was a statistic from DreamHack actually which said 80% of M4 kills with the silenced one at DreamHack, so that's a bit interesting. Wonder if there'll be any changes in future. I don't think there need to be any. It's all about personal preference after all, and how aggressive you like to play. And again, we've got a great take here in mid from the LunatiK side. Slempy gonna play with his knife as he gets naded down to 50 HP.
It's a good nade to use sometimes. It's like double nade that spot can be really nice as a bit of a gamble for your resources. Yes, there's a lot about gambles. And we do get the delayed boost up from mSpaz.
Slempy will hear those people jumping though. He'll know that there's at least 1 person up there.
You can certainly hear the scoping if nothing else. Tarek's going to move his way in. He's checks all the spots. Very diligent moves there from Tarek. Up on the middle. PTR with the frag on to do more. Only wants to find something. They're trying to make a move on A side. It's a smart choice. They need to make something happen. They're losing men in the middle. And now it's a 3-on-3 situation. Make that a 3-on-2 thanks to PTR. Once again, this guy not missing a single shot, it would seem, with that AWP. Site is now there for mSpaz. As well. Relics has something to say about that. Relics will go down. And Relics still the only man to save this now for LunatiK. Can he do it? It's FNS, and it's all too much. And there it is. Map number 1 going to go to mSpaz, and we've seen like the community's faith in them, or at least judging from the bets. It was well placed.
Indeed. And our next map is